It's time for another Dice Tower review with the Chief, Bart Brunsheen.
Pastiche, a game by Sean McDonald. Griffin Games puts this out. First of all, this box is awesome. You could build like a bunker with this box. It's very heavy duty. The insert is about as fun to handle as the box itself. Check this cool insert out. All right, everything is locked in place. My wife went gaga over the little easels that you put your little masterpieces on that you're trying to complete. And this board, which is nothing but a placekeeper board, but looks like one giant palette for your paints, is upside down here, but extremely cool. Not to mention the fact that, and I think you hear my boys yelling in the background, the fact of actually mixing the paints is kind of cool. So Pastiche is really just a set collecting pattern matching game. What really gives it, other than the beautiful bits, it's very nice to have these actual historical works of art. You know, having them displayed on the easel is nice. Collecting them, the fact that you get two from the same designer is interesting. So we'll go in and take a quick look at some of the components. I'm going to be fast on this because Tom did this thing probably about a year ago. Most of you have seen it. So I'll do a quick blip. All right, so here's that beautiful board I was talking about. You can just see these are the little card. All that happens here is little cards go in here. So it's just placekeepers for your cards that match these colors. But it makes it so well organized and so beautiful to look at that it's great. Here's this super box that I'm telling you, you could like sandbag a bunker with. I can't really show you because it's not like super thick, but this thing's impressive and stout and it conveys the beauty of the game. Rule book's great, glossy, all kinds of nice little pictures just kind of showing you how your scoring track's going to go, your little bits, and I'll get into the daubs of paint, which is right here, but it's all very self-explanatory, really lays it out, and then gives you tons and tons of examples. And if you ever wanted to know about the color wheel, there you go, it's right there. The layout, like I showed you, is just phenomenal. So we'll lift these little easels out, the little cover that keeps everything on there. So the easels just come out and they just simply set up. Everybody's got two of them, and these are your own private little commission cards that you're going to be playing. So anything that's on an easel is a painting that only you can complete. And what's going to be happening is you'll be collecting colored cards, violet and whatnot, off of this color palette. And in order to complete this painting, I've got to collect these cards. And the way you're going to collect these cards is these daubs of paint that are out there. And this is the starter that's going to be on the table. And you're going to have two of these at all times. You'll always refill to get two. But on your turn, you'll be playing one of them in. And again, I'm going to do this real quickly. When you play this in, I can either take the primary color in the middle. Now, if they're split in half, I could take either one blue or one yellow primary paint, and I would be done with my paint collecting side of it. Or I could go for these little tiny daubs, and I can't remember off the top of my head all of them, but you know, red and yellow make orange. These three, I think, make violet. I can't remember. Just two blue by themselves don't do anything. If you ever have three of the same color in the little triangle area, you'll actually get a primary color. But that's it. So you just collect your paints. And again, you're collecting paints based on what you need for the works of art you have. And the works of art themselves, this one's worth 12 if you get it done. And if you get another one also done by the same artist, you're going to get a bonus of 5. And you're either playing to like 35, 40, or 45, depending on the amount of players that you're playing with. It's like a 45-minute game. And a little side note, if I play this enough and I ever do find myself in a nice little museum, I will impress people with my knowledge of art. Hello, benefit. Real quick, and then we'll be done. Your handy player reference, you use the heck out of this, or at least I do, because I am not an intuitive painter. So this tells you what the different daub combinations will make in terms of the tertiary and secondary colors, rules for what you have to do to get black and white, and what you can do to get a primary color. The other nice thing is all these colors that you pick up, they're all worth individual victory points. So even if you didn't quite finish your little masterpiece and the game were over, what happens is there's a start player, so everybody's going to get an equal amount of turns, and then you add up the cards in your hand. So like this violet, if you had 2 of them, would be worth 2 extra victory points on top of the score that you made for your masterpieces. That's it, in and out. See ya. All right, this is light. It's very, very light. My board game buddies are not going to want to play this at game night. What I use this for is, one, my wife Liz loves art, and she likes to paint herself. And we will often host just another couple over at the house. And I like games when it's just another couple, oftentimes that are wine and cheese and cracker discussion friendly. This is that. This is something where we're playing, but we're discussing, and it's not detracting from the game at all. And that's what this brings to me. So it's not my favorite, but it's got a great visual appeal. And I'm telling you, it goes great with wine and cheese. So you can work in your soft drink or water as well, or your coffee and cheesecake if you wish. But this game does that perfectly. And it all makes sense with the color matching, and it's simply step by step by step. Anybody can play it, and it's just light and fluffy. So there you go, Pastiche.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.